Good morning students, welcome to our video classes. In the previous class we have learnt about the importance of pH in our daily life. That means how the pH value plays an important role in the activities of our daily life. Today we are going to learn about salts. Salt, it is familiar to us. Actually, which salt is familiar to us? What is used to enhance the taste of food? That is table salt or that is common salt. Its chemical name is sodium chloride and its chemical formula is NaCl. It is familiar to us. It is only the salt? No, so many salts are there. That means it is the general name for sodium chloride. Besides the sodium chloride, so many salts are there. Then how this salt is formed? Simply a salt is a compound formed by an acid and a base react with each other. When an acid and a base react with each other, what is that reaction? That reaction is called as a neutralization reaction. That means generally salts are formed during this neutralization reaction. That means when an acid and a base react with each other. In the another way, salt is formed. Already we have learnt when a metal reacts with an acid, what is formed? Hydrogen gas is liberated. Not only hydrogen gas is liberated, a salt is formed. That means this metal displaces hydrogen from the acid and that which is displaced that sets free. And again salt is formed. In these two ways the salts are formed. That means simply by neutralization reaction and by displacement reaction of a metal. What is hydrogen? By hydrogen. That means when metal displaces hydrogen from acid, again salt is formed. In these two manner the salts are formed. Then how many salts are there? So many salts. For example, some of the salts are given here. What are the salts? The examples of salts here, some important salts and their families or formulas, and their chemical formulas are given here. Sodium chloride, calcium chloride, magnesium chloride, zinc chloride, all these are examples of salts. Observe these. The chemical formulas are sodium chloride is NaCl, calcium chloride CaCl2, magnesium chloride MgCl2, zinc chloride ZnCl2, and so on like this. In the same manner, zinc carbonate ZnCO3, sodium acetate CH3COO Na. These are some important salts and their formulas. No, these were only the salts? No, so many salts are there. But all these are formed by the chemical reactions. What is that chemical reaction? That may be neutralization reaction or displacement reaction. That means this hydrogen is replaced. But in some salts, this hydrogen is replaced by ammonia, then some other salts like that ammonium chloride are formed. That means from this we understand clearly what are the parents of the salt. Simply the parents of the salt are acids and base. If we take any salt, the salt consists of two parts. One is metal part and the other is non-metal part. Simply metal part means it is a base. Non-metal part means it is acid. That means from that also we can say easily the parents of the salts are acid and base. For example, if we take sodium chloride, what is its chemical formula? NaCl. That means the first part of the name of the salt. In this, it is the name of a base. Why? Sodium chloride, sodium metal, chlorine non-metal. That's why the first part of the name of the salt is derived from the name of the base, and second part of the name of the salt comes from the name of the acid. Why? When a base reacts with acid, salt is formed. Let us observe one more salt like sodium sulfate. What is that salt? Sodium sulfate. Its chemical formula is Na2SO4. Can we say the parents of this salt? Yes. In this, the first part of the salt is sodium, that is metal, that is formed from the base sodium hydroxide. And the second part of the salt is sulfate. Sulfate means that is non-metal part. That means it comes from the acid, sulfuric acid. Like that, any salt is formed from an base and acid. That's why what are the parents of the salt? The parents of the salt are bases and acids. And if you observe the physical or chemical properties of these salts, what are these salts? We know the salt is formed from base and acid. Base is metal part and acid is non-metal part. Metal part means it is electropositive in nature, non-metal part means it is electronegative in nature. That means always the salt is formed by the combination of oppositely charged ions. Positive ions, metal part, negative ions, non-metal part. The substances which are formed by the combination of oppositely charged ions, that are which compounds? Ionic compounds. That's why all the salts are ionic compounds. Most of these ionic compounds are in solid state. That's why salts are ionic compounds which are in solid state. Then what about the melting point and boiling point of these salts? The melting point and boiling point of these salts are high, very high. Why these have high melting point and boiling point? Means these salts are formed by oppositely charged ions. The compound which is formed by oppositely charged ions, that particles, that ions in it are held by stronger electrostatic forces. That means which forces are there between the ionic compounds of the ionic compounds constants? Electrostatic forces. These electrostatic forces are stronger forces. To split that compound, or that means to move the particles apart, what we need, energy is needed. That means whenever we heat, that solid is changed into liquid or liquid is changed into gas. That means we have to supply some energy. This energy, whenever we supply high amount of energy which overcomes the electrostatic force, then only they convert into liquid state and gaseous state. That's why the melting point and boiling point of these ionic compounds, that means salts, are very high. And these salts which are ionic compounds, these are soluble in polar solvent like water, but these salts are insoluble in non-polar solvents, but these are soluble in polar solvents. And these conduct electricity. If you take pure water, it doesn't conduct electricity. If you add a little salt like sodium chloride or magnesium sulfate or sodium sulfate, whatever may be the salt, that dissolves in the water, and what is formed? A solution, aqueous solution of that corresponding salt is formed, and electricity passes through this aqueous solution of this corresponding salt, which may splits into its respective ions. That ions are responsible to carry the charge. In the same manner, can we identify the parents of a salt, any salt? Yes, we can easily identify the parents of salts. For example, in this table, some names of the salts and chemical formula and their parents are given. First, observe potassium sulfate. The molecular formula for potassium sulfate is K2SO4. First part is metal part, K, and second part is non-metal part, SO4. That means this metal part is related to base and non-metal part is related to acid. Then what is the base? Potassium hydroxide KOH and sulfuric acid H2SO4. That means when these potassium hydroxide KOH and sulfuric acid H2SO4 reacts with each other, then what is happened? That are splitted into its respective ions. That means this potassium hydroxide splits into K plus and OH minus ions, and the sulfuric acid splits into H plus and SO4 2 minus. Okay, in this K plus reacts with negative ions SO4 2 minus, then potassium sulfate K2SO4 is formed, and H plus ions reacts with OH minus ions, water is formed. Simply based on this concept, we can easily identify the parents of the salt, that means base and acid from the salt. And for example, like that sodium sulfate Na2SO4, metal part Na means that is related to base NaOH, non-metal part sulfate, okay, that is related to acid sulfuric acid. In the same manner, try to identify the base and acid means parents of the salts for any salt. First, what is the salt given? Write the chemical formula of the salt and split that salt into its positive ions and negative ions. Positive ions related to base and negative ions related to acid. In this manner, try to identify the base and acid, that means parents of the salts. Next, family of salts. In our day-to-day life, we observe family of a person X and family of a person Y, like that are there. Families of some persons are there. In the same manner, families of some salts are also there. What are these families of these salts? We observed clearly a salt is formed by the combination of oppositely charged ions. That means positive ions and negative ions. How the salt is formed? A salt is formed by the combination of positive ions and negative ions. If we take some salts, if the salts have same positive ions or negative ions, then that are said to belong the family of that salt. Let us observe in this table. In this table, what are given? Family of some salts are given. The salts, what are the salts? Sodium chloride, sodium carbonate, sodium sulfate, sodium hydroxide, potassium chloride, like that, some salts. And the positive part and negative part, that means positive ion and negative ion of that corresponding salt are also given. For example, in the salt sodium chloride, sodium carbonate, sodium sulfate, sodium hydroxide, what is the positive ion? Sodium. That's why sodium, in all these sodium ion is common. That's why all these belongs to the family of sodium. And in the same manner, let us observe some more salts like potassium chloride, magnesium chloride, calcium chloride, and ammonium chloride. And for all these, negative ion is in common. What is that negative ion? Chloride ion. That's why all these salts belong to which family? Chloride family. Okay. And if you take magnesium carbonate, magnesium sulfate, magnesium chloride, for all these positive ion, magnesium is in common. That's why all these belongs to magnesium family. And calcium sulfate, sodium sulfate, for all these negative ion, sulfate ion is common. That's why this is sulfate family. In this manner, we can easily identify the family of the salts. Okay. We know a salt is formed by positive ion and negative ion. Let us first observe what is common to the salt. That means positive ion or to that salts, positive ion or negative ion. If positive ion is common, that belongs to the family of that positive ion. And if negative ion is common for some salts, then that belongs to the negative family of that negative ion. Like that, we identify the family of that salts. And if we take acids or bases, that have some pH value. In the same manner, can we identify the pH of salt solutions? Yes, we can easily identify the pH of salt solution. Generally, how this salt is formed? By neutralization reaction. That means we think an acid a salt is formed by the reaction of acid and base. Whenever these acid and base are reacted, these two are neutralized, then the formed salt is said to be neutral. Like that, we expect. So if we should expect that the salt of a solution in water will be neutral towards litmus. That means a salt which is formed by neutralization reaction. If we test that salt, it is with pH indicator, it attains green color. That means its pH value is 7. Is it happen to all the salts? No. If we expect like that, it is completely incorrect. Most of these salts, aqueous solutions are neutral, but some salts produce acidic or basic solutions when dissolved in water. Okay, that means all the salts are not neutral. Some salts may be acidic and some salts may be basic. That means some salts produce acidic when dissolved in water, and some salts produce bases when dissolved in water. For example, the sodium chloride, which is formed by the neutralization reaction of hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide, that is neutral. But the salt like ammonium chloride, which is formed by the combination of ammonium hydroxide and hydrochloric acid, its pH value is 6. Even it is formed by neutralization reaction, but its pH value is 6. Its pH value 6 means it is acidic in nature. And the salt sodium carbonate, how it is formed? It is formed by the combination of sodium hydroxide base and carbonic acid. That is sodium carbonate. Its pH value is 9. That means it is basic. That means some salts may be neutral and some salts may be acidic and some salts may be basic. But all the salts are not neutral, even that are formed by neutralization reaction. Then how this acidic nature and basic nature of some salts are explained? This acidic nature and basic nature of salts are explained by the basis of hydrolysis. What is meant by hydrolysis? Hydrolysis means if water is added to any substance, then which reaction takes place? Hydrolysis reaction takes place. That means the substance which is added to the water, that splits into its respective ions by the action of water. Simply that is called as hydrolysis reaction. That means simply this hydrolysis means splitting of a compound by the action of water Based on this hydrolysis, we can easily express that salt formed is acidic acidic nature or basic nature. Then how a salt which is formed, that is neutral. For example, when hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide, this hydrochloric acid is strong acid and sodium hydroxide is strong base. When a strong acid reacts with a strong base, then the formed salt is neutral. What is happened? When a strong acid reacts with a strong base, the formed salt is neutral. And when a strong acid reacts with weak base, the formed salt is acidic in nature. And in the same manner, when a strong base reacts with weak acid, then the formed salt is basic in nature. Let us observe from these examples. In the first reaction, what are there? Hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide. This hydrochloric acid is strong acid, sodium hydroxide is strong base. We know when a strong acid reacts with a strong base, the formed salt is neutral. Which salt is formed in this reaction? Sodium chloride. That's why the sodium chloride is neutral. And let us observe one more reaction between hydrochloric acid and ammonium hydroxide. Hydrochloric acid is a strong acid and ammonium hydroxide is weak base. What is the salt formed here? Ammonium chloride. Then the formed salt is acidic in nature. Why? When a strong acid reacts with weak base, then which type of salt is formed? The formed salt is acidic in nature. Strong acid means more number of H plus ions. Weak base means less number of OH minus ions. Okay. The number of OH minus ions present in the weak base are neutralized by H plus ions. Some excess of H plus ions are there. That excess of H plus ions impacts the acidic nature of the salt. In this manner it is happened. And in the third reaction, what are reacted? Carbonic acid, H2CO3, and sodium hydroxide, NaOH. This carbonic acid is weak acid. Sodium hydroxide is strong base. Weak acid means less number of H plus ions comparatively to more number of OH minus ions. Then the formed salt, sodium carbonate, has excess of OH minus ions. That's why the formed salt is basic in nature. Like that, some salts are acidic in nature and some salts are basic in nature and some salts are neutral. But students, observe one thing. When acid and base both are strong, the formed salt is neutral. If acid is stronger than base, that means strong acid, weak base, the formed salt is acidic in nature. Strong base, weak acid, the formed salt is basic in nature. This is about the salts, and but so many salts are there, but in the next class we have learned about some salts. The most commonly used salt is sodium chloride. Okay, about that we will learn in next class. Thank you.